It's Tuesday, and that's time for another Movie Monkey Rant. And that's right, and this week I'm ranting about Cars 3. Holy crap, was that a good movie. And I am going to immediately start picking apart this movie and telling you what I like, favorite scenes, some goofy stuff, and this is filled with spoilers. And you want to watch this movie, and I could make a car pun about spoilers, but I'll leave that up to you guys. I know you can do it. There goes by a Jeep. Anyways, back to me. This movie was amazing, and I have to tell you, it's beautifully shot. The cinematography, the composition, how the movie's framed, your eye movement in the movie, drawing your attention to the expressions in the cars, like how they like move their eyes and what that means, and they get to do some crazy stuff with that. Brings across what's going on in the movie really well. This movie and has like these great overall montage shots of traveling from Arizona to Florida, really beautiful landscape shots, well done, tracking movement, great just great composition on a lot of the shots. It's really like high-end art for a kids movie. Pixar is amazing, and I kind of want to work for them, especially like right now. I'm like feeling like this vibe of like, dang, they do some really good work. So this movie starts out with Lightning McQueen having this like new outlook on life, this new mantra, and he's winning races, and it's his time. And a rookie comes in named like Storm or like Storm Cloud, I can't remember, and he hits the circuit by storm. And he's like a new generation car. It's really interesting. The environment, the world that they create around cars is like, it's weird and it's cool. It's like fascinating. Like, where are these cars coming from? These like sentient cars that are interacting with like roads that we have right now. Like, there was a really interesting piece where they're driving to Florida, and they drive by like this sign, and it's like State Park this way, and there's like a binoculars on it for like bird watching, but there are no birds. There's no birds in Cars universe. There's like no not car things, except in the movie, the new character, that's like his trainer, the trainer character mentions that there's crabs, and that's like a weird thing. Like, are these car crabs? I wish I saw the crabs, because there's no organic life on the planet. But Dynaco has a dinosaur for its label. So, like, there were dinosaurs, and then there were cars. Like, this is like post-apocalyptic. Is this when all the people left from the Wall-E movies? Anyways, that's what Cars does to me. It like really gets me all up in like what's going on in this movie and the environment. Anyways, wonderfully shot, great movie. There's this rally car racing thing where they're going through this rally. They're Lightning McQueen's training, and he's doing all this like backwoods training, like in Rocky 4, where he's running up mountains and stuff, and Drago is like has the machine, and he's like practicing with the machine, and he's in Soviet Russia, and there's like all these scientists monitoring him, and it's like for Russia. Like, that's the kind of thing that's happening here. It's like there's this shift where Lightning McQueen is practicing on the beach and then sand and getting himself like becoming one with the road, and getting out there, getting dirty, getting down and dirty, and like doing this old school kind of training. And he finds like the sensei of Hudson Hornet, who is like dead. Maybe it happened in the second Cars movie, I don't remember, but like the Hornet is dead, or he's moved on, like he's gone. I don't know. And he gets training from the Shadow, which was like his trainer, and they're like doing this stuff with tractors, and they're running through tractors and stuff, and it's just really cool. Surprisingly cool movie. Just like, this is really for people who already watched the movie. As you can tell, I'm kind of like all over the place trying to talk through this movie in like 10 minutes, and nitpicking it. But damn, I thought it was really good. Like, go and bring your kids. And this could be like a movie where you should be like exposing your children to this movie. It's wonderful. It's shot really well. There's a lot of dramatic tension. I mean, there's like this crash scene that happens in that movie that's great. Like Lightning McQueen is being threatened to lose out on, like, he's becoming obsolete, and he's trying to keep up with the newer generation using just speed, which is what he relied on through his career. And he ends up blowing a tire and flipping on the racetrack and getting like hurt for 4 months, and it causes him to get into a depression. This car like is depressed, and he's like watching these highlight reels of the Hudson Hornet, and like reminiscing about him and his relationship with the Hornet, and like, what does that mean? It's nuts. It's nuts. It was great. And yeah, it's just, like, the cinematography is really well. And then there's like a new character, which his is trainer, but she always wanted to be a race car, but she stopped following her dream. She has this Corvette that stopped following her dream, and ends up winning the first race for him, and he becomes the trainer, like in Rocky 5, where Rocky like trains the kid, but it's kind of like a happier version of that, where he trains her and becomes almost like the Hudson Hornet, where it becomes her pit chief, and all the significance around that. They bring up the proudest time of the Hornet's life was training Lightning McQueen, and how that it like becomes his father figure, which is a strange concept because I don't understand how cars work, like in the terms of these sentient cars. But it's like they bring out classic tones using the cars, and I question it very little when I'm watching the movie, because the movie was really captivating. Terminator is in it, and he has some like funny bits, and I laughed. I was laughing with this movie. I was really into it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. It's a great kids movie. It's got some strong morals, and like pursuing and not giving up on your dream, how important it is to find someone who cares enough about what you're doing to like push you to doing it. It's about becoming obsolete and dealing with change, and how change is good and like can be bringing you to like a better place than where you are right now. It's just a really good movie. I wanted to think it was going to be silly like Cars 2, and the tone was really brought up in the commercials, where I'm like, man, they've got a crazy tone going on in these commercials, like it's really serious. And that tone carries pretty well in this movie, the serious tone with the goofiness of the universe. Loved it. Go watch this movie.